Hi there, my name is Toby, and today I want to tell you the story about when we saved two little ducklings. Now, this actually happened a couple of years ago and I filmed it, but I'm only just sharing it now. And it's so unusual. We've never seen ducklings in our garden ever before or ever since, and it was just so random. We found these two little ducklings just in the garden, and I just found them by chance. I went and looked in a corner where I don't usually look, and there they were. So there's an absolute mystery as to how they got in our garden. Somewhere near there must have been a nest, and we have a little water feature in the garden, so they might have heard the water running and come towards it through the fence somehow. But the nearest lake is quite a way away. It's too far for these little ducklings to walk it. So we couldn't see any sign of the parents at all anywhere. But they're known to do that. Ducks, they'll put their nests in very stupid places, so the poor babies haven't got any chance. So we thought, well, we've got to do something. We don't know what to do, so we got them in this little box here first of all, when we're trying to work out what to do. And my missus is researching, trying to find a sanctuary, a water bird sanctuary where we could take them to. See, I did debate we could take them to that lake, but then we can't just leave them in the lake. How do we know how to find the parents? And we looked around a bit. Like I said, we can't see any sign of a nest anywhere. So it was an absolute mystery how these things got into our garden. So we put them in. What we did, we worked out a little box here. So we got them in a little box ready to go. And my missus found a water sanctuary, a bird sanctuary down in South London on the river. So it's a beautiful place, a lovely wetland moving towards the countryside. So we know they'll be happy there. But these things were just so magical. I don't know how to describe it. They're so sweet, so cute, and they're surprisingly tough. They look so soft and gentle, but when you pick them up, you can feel them. They're quite tough. They're quite strong. It's amazing to see the life force, even in these small newborn baby things, how powerful the life force is. And one of them was more vocal than the other one. And then we got there together. Here you can hear them in the car. Yeah, so when we started travelling with them, then they got a bit more vocal. And every now and then, but one was vocal, the other one was more quiet. So we were slightly concerned about the quiet one, hope they were all right. But we kept an eye on them and they seemed to be perfectly fine. I think we got them just in time, because we've also got a cat and we've also got foxes. So any length of time on the ground there, they wouldn't have lasted long at all. The fox or the cat would have had them. So we had to do something. And we found this swan sanctuary, or my missus found this swan sanctuary. It's about an hour's drive. We took them down in the car all the way down to the countryside. Yeah, and there you can hear them peeping again. So they must have, like they're realising they're there now, they're going somewhere. So they seem to get a bit more excited as we arrived at this place. But it's a good thing we did this, give them a good chance in life, and they have plenty of other little water birds that they save in this sanctuary. So they do great work here, but we're just saying goodbye now to the little ducklings. Even though we only had them, half a day or so, we grew so attached to them. I mean, my first thought is I want to keep them. I want to keep them. And I build a fence and hold them in there, but it's just not practical for us. And we want to give them a good life. So down here in nature, you can see these are all the birds that they save, and they put them in this little box here with the other newborn babes that ducklings that they saved. So they're all set up for it, and they'll look after them properly. So we brought them to a very nice place where they'll be safe. And they'll be released into beautiful wetlands, a lovely place on the river where there's lakes and wetlands. So they've come to a nicer place than North London, giving them a much better chance for a natural life. But nevertheless, it's so sad to see them go, and we got so attached to them. And we thought about them, I think, for a couple of days afterwards still. They're in our mind. And here's another swan that they rescued that was covered in oil, I think, and they had to clean the swan up. So they're doing great work here at the sanctuary. But we did see, a couple of days later, the mother. So you can see the mother here on the roof at the back. And you can just hear her quacking. So we were a bit sad, but there's nothing we could do. Even if we gave them to the mother, it's too far away from the lake. She didn't put her nest in a good place. So, you know, it's tough luck, but at least we gave her ducklings a better start and a better chance in life. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. Please do check out my homepage. Most of my videos are nothing like this, but I had to share this one. So thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in any of these other videos here.